the crisis, far from it. So by the time I got to have a go, and Fiona Bruce looked at me, here's what I said. The Labour Party are basically lying to you when it comes to illegal migration.
What was a lie?
And I'm going to tell you. First of all, let's just get some facts on the table, okay? Get some facts on the table. More people have arrived in this country on small boats than the Labour Party have removed. And most of the people they've removed went voluntarily, okay? That's a fact. What Labour are doing is they are approving the vast majority of claims for asylum from people who arrived here often illegally, and then they're telling you they're moving people out of the country, but actually they're not. And Fiona made a critical point. If you've been here for 5 years, you get indefinite leave to remain, which means basically you get access to NHS, student loans, benefits, you can bring relatives in, and you're here forever. Now, I'm going to answer the question I was asked. The Centre for Policy Studies this week estimated that you, taxpayers, are going to have to pay £234 billion over the next few decades because of that indefinite leave to remain, because nobody's controlling the borders. Now, we're not controlling the borders. Why? Well, Labour got rid of the only deterrent we had. It was too soon to know whether it was working or not. They then...
Well, it wasn't working. It was costing £700 million.
They then decriminalised illegal migration. They removed age checks on people coming into the country. They didn't reduce any welfare for people coming in to Britain. And then on top of all of that, we now have numbers up 15% on a year ago. They're going to keep coming because we have no deterrent. All we have are incentives for people to come in. The only way you fix this crisis, leave the ECHR, keep British people safe, reform the Human Rights Act, also need to do that, and have an active deterrent. Those are the only three things that are going to keep you safe in this country.
That's your opinion, Jackie. I know you don't agree with that.
Because Labour's making a mess of it.
So what you need to do is to tackle the criminals that are exploiting...
That worked in the war on drugs. Smashing the gangs worked in the war on drugs, didn't it, for the last 30 years? No, it didn't. Everybody who's worked on border security knows Labour's plan is not going to work.
Okay, let Jackie answer.
Labour's plan is already working.
No, numbers are up 15%.
Professor.
Numbers are up 15%.
Professor, if I could just say...
but it isn't working, is it?
Okay, let her answer, Matt, seriously.
Now, the key point, what I was trying to say there is, look, what Labour are doing is they're creating more incentives for people to come in and break our laws than they are creating deterrents, which would discourage people from making that journey. And Labour have been a complete disaster zone ever since they've come into power. I said this would happen before the general election. I wrote about why Labour's immigration plan made no sense, and now it's just getting worse. They're expanding the hotels. They're not stripping back any welfare. They've removed the active deterrent. They've decriminalised illegal migration, basically, removing the detain and deport measures that have been brought in under the Illegal Migration Act. And, of course, you might as well put a big bright sign on the White Cliffs of Dover saying Britain's a soft touch, come on in. That's what the French are saying about us. French are laughing at us because we're so soft on this issue. And now, what happened as the credits were rolling at the end of Question Time, which I found to be very amusing, and I wrote about it on X, is as the credits were rolling, and you won't be able to hear this if you watch the full show, I actually turned to the Labour Minister, Jackie Smith, and I said, why are you lying to the country? Why are you lying to the British people? And her answer to me was, oh, do shut up. Oh, do shut up. And I thought that was a very revealing response, not because of my irritation at it. People have said much worse to me on X and social media, and I'm a big boy, I can handle it. But I was irritated because of what it shows about how Labour and Labour ministers think about the country. They don't care about the truth. They don't care about evidence that runs to the contrary. They don't care about what the forgotten majority actually wants to see in this country. If you present them with alternative views and opinions, their instinctive response is shut up. Like their instinctive response is shut down social media, call to shut down GB News, call to kill Elon Musk's X platform, introduce non-crime hate incidents, deride everybody as far-right thugs or for jumping on the far-right bandwagon when they're only asking questions like, why are young white working-class girls being raped on an industrial scale across northern England and the Midlands and other towns? And I just had enough of it, so I wrote about that experience on X, and I made sure as many people could see it as possible. I was quite pleased with the performance on Question Time. They've said they'll invite me back We'll have to wait and see if that actually happens. Watch this space. But those are the highlights for what was a really important moment, I think, in the political debate. As always, let me know what you think.